Mission Impossible 2 review. This movie is aggressively male. That is probably the best description that I have heard for this movie. There's explosions and motorcycle chases and stuff. Yeah, I get why dudes like it. True woo, artfully violent. Listen, that's how I want my movies to be. Tasteful, yet violent. Incredibly violent. Who knew cars explode so easily? I learned so much about physics from this movie. Exploding cars, flying motorcycles, so many front flips and back flips. I had no idea. Rating, D+, 3 out of 10. That's not how that works. I think a D+ is like what, 65? So this should be at least 6.5 stars, which I would agree with. I didn't hate the movie. Must be a really great movie if it can make me forget how fat Cruise is. What? Tom Cruise is like, just objectively, he's just not overweight. He's not fat. I don't get this at all. Maybe there's a joke there that I'm not getting. I don't know. If I wanted to see flying motorcycles, I'd go to the circus, but why would you drive all the way to the circus when you can watch flying motorcycles on your screen at home? And you can't see Tom Cruise at the circus. Never go full woo, man. Mission Impossible, more like Mission Pathetic. Oh! Motorcycle jousting. Are you kidding me? I rest my case. The movie is damn near masterpiece. Final verdict, 4.5 stars. Amazing, loved it. Would highly recommend. I like it, but music is terrible. Ugh. 1.5 stars out of 5. Do you mean to tell me that you liked everything about this movie except for the music, and that dropped it down to a 1 star for you? One of my friends, redacted for their privacy, enjoyed this movie when I one time brought this in on DVD once. 3 out of 5 stars. These are the kind of reviews I want to see. Did your friends enjoy it when you rented it from Blockbuster and brought it over? If only those From the End pigeons would have pecked out my eyes. Nothing in this movie works for me. Terrible villain, alto, and the action does not fit Mission Impossible at all. Also, Tom Cruise is quite cringe in his relationship. Listen, we're all cringy in our relationships at one point or another. That's just what it's like to be young and dumb. I counted 72 uses of slow motion across this one film. That is shocking. I knew that there was slow motion in the movie. I did not realize that it was that bad. Overly dramatic and nonsensical. Mission Impossible 2 just feels like the director was just smashing his action figures together. It's actually a very apt description of the movie. I feel like it was like, action, violence, motorcycles. One of the most incoherent movies I have ever seen. Thought it was over and almost turned it off and realized there was 40 minutes left. At what point did you think the movie was over? Like, even when the movie did end, I wasn't sure it was over. It just kept going. Strengths. Tom Cruise, Ethan Hunt, has great hair in this movie. That deserves a 5 out of 5. Tom Cruise's hair makes every movie a 10 out of 10 film. This movie is the worst in the MI franchise. Tom Hanks' performance, record scratch. I think you mean Tom Cruise. Okay follow-up to an okay original. Far too many masks. That's literally the entire point of Mission Impossible, is to watch people in masks. The movie contained too many stunts, making it seem like a stunt-orientated movie. That's what Mission Impossible is. That's what Tom Cruise does. Stunts. It's like his whole shtick. Just god-awful. What's with the pigeons anyway? The storyline was crap. I mean, seriously? A virus? That's such a B-movie thing. Right, who would ever think that a virus is something realistic? Like, that's stupid. Viruses don't cause, world-ending events that, cause a lot of drama and news and stuff. That doesn't happen. I wish I could go back to 2015. Terrible movie. One of the only 2 I've walked out of the theater on. I really want to know what the other one was. I can understand why you walked out on MI2, but I don't know whether to respect you or not, because I don't know what the second movie was. I give the reviews for Mission Impossible 2 like a 5 out of 10. You guys take your movies way too seriously. This movie was just fun and kind of stupid to watch. It wasn't like an awful movie. But also, I do understand those of you who said it was an awful movie. It was terrible. I put on my shirt and my hat to record, and I stood in front of the camera, and I realized that I looked like a good old boy from, I don't know, somewhere.